Welcome everyone to TechSphere Podcast. We're diving into e-commerce today.
Always a hot topic.
Always a hot topic, yeah. And we're going to get into 10 strategies for optimizing e-commerce websites.
Yeah.
Get ready to boost those sales.
There's a ton we can cover today.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So just imagine like walking into a store, like a physical store.
Yeah.
You know, the layout is confusing, the lighting is dim,
Yeah.
and the checkout line is like a mile long.
I've been there.
You'd probably just turn around and leave.
Right? Yeah. Not a good experience.
Same goes for websites.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not optimized, people are going to bounce.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're talking about today. We're looking at this AltaHost blog article. It's got some real gems in there to help you create a website that's, you know, both user-friendly and helps you rake in the cash.
Yeah, it's amazing how many e-commerce sites overlook these simple but effective strategies.
Right. So let's jump right in with mobile optimization. We all know everyone's on their phones these days.
It's the world we live in.
But so many websites are just not mobile-friendly.
It's true, and it's such a missed opportunity. You got to have a responsive design. You know, your website needs to adjust to those different screen sizes seamlessly.
It's like trying to read a newspaper on your phone.
Exactly. You're pinching and zooming and scrolling forever.
It's a nightmare. And don't even get me started on those massive image files that take forever to load.
Oh yeah, image size is crucial for mobile. You got to optimize those for quick loading.
For real. So we're talking streamlining the checkout process too.
Yeah.
Right. No one wants to fill out a novel on their phone just to buy a pair of socks.
Definitely. Guest checkout is a lifesaver for mobile conversions.
Okay, so mobile optimization is a must. But what about desktop users?
Can't forget about them.
Right. What can we do to make their experience top-notch?
Site speed is essential no matter what device you're using.
Oh, I'm so impatient. If a site doesn't load in like 3 seconds, I'm gone.
I feel you. And you're not alone. Studies show that even a 1-second delay can lead to a significant drop in conversions.
Wow, so every millisecond counts.
It really does. And thankfully, there are tools to help us out. You know, Google PageSpeed Insights is a great one. It helps you pinpoint those bottlenecks and gives you suggestions for improvement.
I love those free Google tools.
Me too.
Wow.
And there are simple things you can implement, like compressing those images we talked about.
Right, slimming them down.
Exactly. And using caching so your website loads faster.
Caching, I always hear that word. What does that actually do?
It basically stores a copy of your website's data so it can be accessed more quickly.
Ah, so it's like having a shortcut.
Yeah, you got it. And then there are CDNs, content delivery networks.
Okay, CDNs, I've heard of them, but I'm not entirely sure how they work.
So a CDN basically stores your website's files on servers all over the world.
So instead of everything coming from one central location.
Exactly. So no matter where your customer is, they're getting content from the server closest to them.
That's genius. So faster loading times equals happier customers.
And happier customers spend more money.
It's a win-win. So we've got speed down, but once someone lands on your site, how do you keep them engaged and interested?
That's where those product descriptions come into play.
You mean those walls of text that no one reads?
Haha. Well, they should be reading them because a good product description can make or break a sale.
Okay, so what makes the good product description?
It needs to be detailed. It needs to answer all those potential customer questions.
So it's not just about listing features.
Yeah.
It's about painting a picture.
Exactly. You want to highlight the benefits. How will this product make their life better? And don't forget about SEO.
Right, Google's got to love it too.
You got to sprinkle in those relevant keywords. So Google knows what you're selling and can show your product to the right people.
Okay, so speaking of appealing to Google, what about visuals? High-quality images and videos are a must, right?
Absolutely. A picture is worth 1,000 words, especially in the world of e-commerce.
Totally. Seeing is believing.
Exactly. We need high-resolution images that show off the product from every angle.
Like a 360-degree view free.
Exactly. Zoom functionality so you can get up close and personal with those details.
And video demonstrations are so powerful.
Oh, yeah. Nothing sells a product like seeing it in action.
Okay, so we've got mobile optimization site, speed enticing product descriptions, and stunning visuals. What's next on our optimization checklist?
Let's talk about the checkout process. You ever try to buy something online and the checkout was so complicated you just gave up?
Oh my gosh, all the time.
Right. Too many steps, too many forms, not enough payment options. It's a recipe for cart abandonment.
It's like they don't want your money.
Seriously. We need to make that checkout process smooth and painless. Minimal form fields.
Like name, address, credit card number, done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Multiple payment options to cater to everyone's preferences.
And guest checkout. for those who don't want to create an account.
Yes, guest checkout is your friend. It reduces friction and can lead to more conversions.
Awesome. So we've tackled mobile optimization site, speed, product descriptions, visuals, and a seamless checkout. But how do we actually convince people to hit that buy button?
That's where we bring in the power of social proof.
Social proof, so like testimonials and reviews.
Exactly. People trust what others say, especially if those others have already tried the product.
So those little star ratings and reviews actually matter.
They absolutely do, especially for new customers who are unfamiliar with your brand.
Wow, I never realized how important they were.
They can be the deciding factor between making a purchase or moving on to a competitor.
So encourage those reviews and display them proudly.
Front and center. Make them easy to find and easy to read.
Got it. So social proof checked. What else can we do to create that irresistible online shopping experience?
Let's talk about personalization.
Personalization.
Right.
So like how Netflix recommends shows based on your watch history.
Exactly. We can do something similar in e-commerce.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. How does that work?
We use data to understand our customers' preferences, their browsing history, past purchases.
So it's like having a virtual personal shopper.
Exactly. We can tailor the shopping experience to each individual customer.
So instead of those generic blast emails, I'm getting messages that are actually relevant to me.
Exactly. Personalized product recommendations, tailored email campaigns, even custom discount offers.
I love the sound of that.
It's all about making the customer feel seen and understood.
Like you're going the extra mile.
And when they feel valued, they're more likely to engage and convert.
Makes sense. So personalization checked. We're on a roll.
Yeah.
What's next?
Now, let's not forget about voice search.
Voice search. It's everywhere these days.
It is. More and more people are using voice assistants like Siri and Alexa to shop online.
So how do we optimize for that?
We need to think about how people speak naturally when searching for products.
So like longer, more conversational keywords.
Exactly, instead of just targeting those short, keyword-heavy phrases.
Right, because no one says, buy red shoes. They say, where can I find stylish red shoes for a wedding?
Exactly. And our website needs to be structured in a way that provides quick and easy answers to those types of voice queries.
Got it. So mobile optimization site, speed product descriptions, visuals, seamless checkout, social proof personalization, and voice search optimization.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, and we're not done yet.
Yeah.
There's still more to come. But first, we need a little break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back after this quick message. All right, so we're back and ready to dive into the tools that can help us make all this e-commerce magic happen.
Yes, tools are essential. They can make your life so much easier.
For real. So the article mentions several categories of tools. Let's start with e-commerce platforms. What are we talking about here?
So we're talking about the big players, the ones that provide the foundation for your online store. You know, Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento.
Ah, the heavy hitters.
Exactly. These platforms offer a ton of features and plugins that are designed to streamline your operations and help you optimize your store.
So they handle everything from SEO to mobile optimization to analytics.
They do it all. They really simplify the process of building and managing your online store.
That's awesome. Okay, so what else is in our e-commerce toolkit?
Website analytics tools are essential. You got to have those.
Analytics. So we're talking about Google Analytics, things like that.
Exactly. Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics. These tools give you incredible insights into how your website is performing.
So we can see how many people are visiting, where they're coming from, what pages they're looking at.
Yep, all of that.
Yeah.
You can track key metrics, identify any bottlenecks, and see how effective your optimization strategies are.
So we're not just flying blind. We're using data to make informed decisions.
Data is your best friend in e-commerce.
I'm starting to see that. Okay, what else do we have?
We've got heat map tools. These are super cool.
Heat map tools. I'm not familiar with those. What do they do?
They create visual representations of user behavior on your website.
So we can see what people are clicking on, scrolling through, where they're spending the most time.
Exactly. It's like having X-ray vision. You can see how users are interacting with your website and identify any areas that need improvement.
That's so cool. It's like peeking into the minds of your customers.
It really is. It's incredibly valuable information for optimizing your website's design, navigation, and content.
Okay, what other tools can we use to level up our e-commerce game?
We've got A/B testing tools.
A/B testing. So like comparing different versions of something?
Exactly. You can test different headlines, images, call to action buttons.
And see which ones perform better.
Exactly. It's all about finding what resonates best with your target audience.
So data-driven decision-making.
Always. And then, of course, we have SEO tools.
The SEO essentials.
Can't forget about SEO, Ahrefs, SEMrush. These tools help you optimize your website for search engines.
So we're talking keyword research, backlink analysis, site audits.
All of that. It's about making sure your website is visible to potential customers who are searching for products like yours.
So it's about ranking high in those search results.
Exactly. You want to be at the top of the page.
Who doesn't? Okay, so we've talked about all these amazing tools, but it feels like we've been focusing on individual strategies. How do we bring all of this together to create a truly successful e-commerce business?
That's a great point. We need to think about the bigger picture.
The holistic view.
Exactly. The article highlights 4 key areas that are crucial for e-commerce success.
Okay, 4 key areas. I'm all ears.
First up, we have user experience, or UX.
UX, so making sure the website is easy to use and navigate.
Exactly. It's all about creating a seamless and enjoyable shopping experience for your customers.
So intuitive navigation, a streamlined checkout process.
Right. You want to eliminate any friction and make it easy for people to find what they're looking for and complete their purchase.
Makes sense. Okay, what's the next key area?
Search engine optimization, or SEO.
SEO. Got to make Google happy.
Exactly. It's about making sure your website is visible to those potential customers who are searching online.
So using the right keywords, creating high-quality content, making sure our website is technically sound.
All of that SEO is crucial for driving traffic to your website.
Okay, UX and SEO. What else is on the list?
Customer acquisition and retention.
So not just getting new customers, but keeping the ones we have.
Exactly. It's about building relationships and creating a loyal customer base.
So targeted advertising, social media, marketing, email campaigns.
Those are great for customer acquisition, but retention is equally important.
So what's the secret to customer retention?
Personalized experiences, loyalty programs, excellent customer service, and a strong sense of community around your brand.
It's like building a tribe.
It is. You want your customers to feel like they're part of something special.
I like that. Okay, so UX, SEO, customer acquisition, and retention. What's the 4th key area?
Conversion rate optimization, or CRO.
CRO. That sounds a bit technical.
It's about using data to improve the percentage of visitors who take a desired action on your website.
So like making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter.
Exactly. It's about optimizing your website to maximize those conversions.
So if we see that people are dropping off at a certain point in the checkout process,
we can use data to figure out why and make changes to improve the flow.
data-driven decision-making.
Always. It's the key to success in e-commerce.
I'm seeing that more and more. Okay, so we've got UX, SEO, customer acquisition, and retention, and CRO. These 4 key areas are all interconnected.
Right. They are. You can't neglect one without impacting the others.
It's all part of the big picture.
Exactly. And it's an ongoing process. You're always optimizing, always improving.
It's like a never-ending journey.
It is.
Okay.
But it's a rewarding one. When you see those conversions increase and your business grow, it's all worth it.
Okay, so we've talked about the strategies, the tools, the key areas. Now, how do we actually measure our success? What metrics should we be tracking?
Great question. There are a bunch of important metrics, but let's start with the most important one, conversion rate.
Conversion rate. So like the percentage of website visitors who actually make a purchase.
Exactly. It tells you how effective your website is at turning those visitors into paying customers.
So if our conversion rate is low, it means we need to make some changes.
Exactly. You need to figure out where those bottlenecks are and optimize those areas.
Okay, conversion rate is key. What else should we be keeping an eye on?
Customer acquisition cost, or CAC?
CAC. So how much it costs us to acquire a new customer.
Exactly. You want to make sure you're not spending more to acquire a customer than you're actually making from them.
Right. Got to keep an eye on those profits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's average order value, or AOV.
AOV, so the average amount a customer spends on a single order.
Exactly. If you can increase your AOV, you can significantly boost your revenue.
Even if the number of orders stays the same.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing the value of each customer.
Okay, conversion rate, CAC, AOV. Any other important metrics?
We've also got customer lifetime value, or CLTV.
CLTV. That sounds interesting. What is that?
It's the total revenue you can expect from a customer over their entire lifetime with your business.
So it's not just about that one-time purchase.
Yeah.
It's about building long-term relationships.
Exactly. Loyal customers are your most valuable asset.
I can see that. Okay, so conversion rate, CAC, AOV, CLTV. What else?
We should also keep an eye on bounce rate.
Bounce rate. So like when someone visits your website and immediately leaves.
Exactly. It's the percentage of visitors who leave after only viewing one page.
So a high bounce rate is a bad sign.
It can be. It means your website isn't engaging or relevant enough to keep people around.
So we need to figure out why they're bouncing and make some changes.
Exactly. It's all about continuous improvement.
Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of metrics to track, but it's not just about looking at numbers in isolation, right?
Right. We need to analyze the relationships between these metrics to get a complete picture of our e-commerce performance.
So it's like piecing together a puzzle.
It is. And the more data we have, the clearer the picture becomes.
Data is power.
It really is. Okay, so now that we've covered the present, let's take a peek into the future. What does the future hold for e-commerce optimization?
I'm ready for the future.
Me too! It's an exciting time to be in e-commerce. Buckle up because things are about to get interesting.
So the future of e-commerce, it's exciting and maybe a little scary.
Yeah, it's a wild ride. But one thing's for sure, technology is going to keep shaking things up.
Okay, so what can we expect? Like, what kind of futuristic tech are we talking about?
Well, AI, artificial intelligence, is already making waves in e-commerce, and it's only going to get bigger.
AI in e-commerce.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we talking about specifically?
Think AI-powered chatbots, providing those personalized recommendations in real time.
Like a virtual shopping assistant.
Exactly. And AI algorithms can analyze tons of data to predict future buying trends and personalize the shopping experience even more.
So it's like they know what I want before I even know it myself.
Pretty much AI is going to revolutionize the way we shop online.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
All right.
Okay, what else is on the horizon?
VR, virtual reality. That's going to be huge for e-commerce.
VR shopping.
Yeah.
So like I can try on clothes virtually before I buy them.
Exactly. You could walk through a virtual store, interact with products, see how they look and feel.
That's so cool. It's like the next best thing to actually being in the store.
It is, and it's going to create these immersive shopping experiences that people are going to love.
I can't wait. Okay, so AI and VR. What else?
Well, those are just a couple of examples. There are tons of other technologies emerging that are going to impact e-commerce in the years to come.
It's like the possibilities are endless.
They really are. So buckle up. It's going to be an exciting ride.
Okay, I'm ready for the future. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's recap what we've learned today.
Sounds good.
So we talked about mobile optimization sites, speed product descriptions, visuals, a seamless checkout, social proof personalization, voice search optimization.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did. And then we talk about those 4 key areas for e-commerce success.
User experience, SEO, customer acquisition and retention, and conversion rate optimization.
And let's not forget about all those amazing tools that can help us optimize our e-commerce websites.
Tools are your friends.
They really are. So with all of this in mind, what are some key takeaways our listeners should remember as they embark on their own e-commerce optimization journeys?
I'd say the most important thing is to remember that e-commerce optimization is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time fix.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. You're constantly learning, adapting, experimenting.
And data is our guide.
Absolutely. Track those key metrics. Analyze that user behavior. Let the data inform your decisions.
Right, because what works for one business might not work for another.
Exactly. So you got to find what works for you.
Okay. Any other words of wisdom?
I'd say don't be afraid to get creative. Think outside the box.
And don't be afraid to fail.
Exactly. Failure is just a learning opportunity.
I love that. So embrace the journey, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, have fun.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into 10 strategies for optimizing e-commerce websites.
It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine. Thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
And to all our listeners out there, thanks for tuning in to TechSphere Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We'll catch you next time.